Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 108 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and we've got a great show today. We've got two amazing townhome condos that are in two different areas, but we like the idea of showing you what you can get for your money and what they all are going to come with. And in the second half, well, who do we have on?
We have Jeremy Radcliffe and Carly Kalita, both from SWBC Mortgage, to talk to us about mortgages, what's going on in their world, and just kind of give us an update from that perspective.
Yeah, so we're excited. We're glad that we've got the ability to Zoom them in. So everybody sit down, grab your lunch, and let's get started.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. It's just been one of those.
You've got some ceramic stuff going on.
I do. Been working very hard on trying to get that all worked out. We'll be interested to see if what comes of that. Who knows? I'm at this point where I'm frustrated, ready for it to get started, and it seems like every time I get something ordered, it's broken. So it'll happen.
It'll happen. We've been figuring a few things out with it, though. I mean, we figured out how to spin that one piece of art on the wall. Maybe I think we kind of figured it out.
I still think I have to lay that thing, though.
Yeah, it's probably true.
So we'll see. What have you been up to?
Trying to maintain my sanity since we're going through this election cycle. And
how's that going for you?
Well, I don't know. We'll see in a few days.
Is that a bottle of vodka under the desk I see?
It probably could have been. I also remember when we had my friend Dan Babb come on he's involved in the Pauper's Grave Park, that project, and he's big at ancestry, and so a few years ago he got me started in it, and I realized in the last couple of weeks I was spending my off time badly and I needed some kind of hobby, so I started doing some ancestry looked up, and it's really interesting to show some of the pictures that I found as we've gone along through looking these up. So there's Mr. Pugh, and I'm guessing the ninth grade?
You know what? That may be 9th or 10th. That's either Glen or Central.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
I hope there's something else of you on this one.
There's a couple more. You can scroll on through the rest. There's another one of you. Now, what was that in?
That's my sophomore year. That is Central Gymnastics. And I was the tallest one. You can't see the rest of this, but I'm the dead center because at 5'9", I was the tallest, except for the guy that kneeled down right in front of me. Wow. Amazing.
There's me. Now, who would not buy a house from that face?
Look at that blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yep. I think that was third grade. That was like in the sixth grade, I think.
How funny.
Yeah, weird.
Times have changed.
And I think that was a trip to Europe I took. I think it was like young 20s then. So, but I had hair. I told you. You didn't believe me.
You did. So, look at all of it.
Anyway, a little trip down memory lane there. So.
Well, that was quite unexpected.
Well, one of the other things we were going to talk about is the November edition of our Updike Pugh Post just came out. So if you have an interest in receiving the printed edition or the electronic copy, just let us know. You can sign up very easily. Just drop us a DM in the link down below. And let's jump into our property.
So we're going to take a look at the very first one. And this is one that we actually sold to our client, what was it, 5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah.
5 years ago, and she is ready to move on to a full house now. And so we brought this one on. It's 12623 Breckenridge. This is an amazing little community. It is tucked away just off of Hillcrest, just south of 635, and it's a really nice walkable neighborhood. I think that that's one of the things that so many of us want right now. Buyers, they want the ability to have that walkable space, whether it's just for that morning walk, or if it's just to walk to dinner. And this has that morning walk and a really great access to Hillcrest Park, which is just probably half a block away.
Yeah, it is. Churchill Park's got baseball diamonds. I've actually played softball there before when I was playing on the leagues here, but they have softball diamonds. They've got tennis courts. I think the tennis courts, you can they even have what's the
pickleball?
Pickleball. I think they have pickleball courts there, if I'm not mistaken. There is really a great space for hiking right there in that little area. So it's a wonderful location, and people don't know about this little hidden gym back there because I think they think that the development right there in front of it, Lake forget the big expensive development. I think they think that encompasses that whole area, but this is really right behind that and is just a truly a hidden gem.
It is, and it's quiet, lots of mature trees. So let's take a look at this house. One of the great things about it is that it actually is, they're all metal roofs.
These are all kind of set up as single family homes. You don't really have anybody above you or below you. You've got some connected walls on some units, like this unit is connected to both units on each side, but the way it's all arranged, you never hear anybody. You have these really great entry, which also makes you feel like you're walking into a single family home. They have pergo style flooring in this one that goes all the way through the downstairs, and they've got 2 dogs, and I mean, this flooring is just amazing when it comes to taking care of animals.
And so many buyers today need multiple living areas, and this will show you the first formal area, which is again a great space and can be very versatile. And she's actually taken and created what was just a bunch of cabinets and created custom office area, and it's really one of the extras that give the versatility that so many people want. Downstairs, we also have a half bath, which makes it where people can keep down and keep the living quarters private above.
And this is the galley kitchen that opens from both ends, tile flooring, Corian countertops, has tile backsplash, which is really cute, painted white cabinetry, stainless steel refrigerator, and I believe dishwasher is also stainless steel, but it is really a very, very usable kitchen.
And it opens up to a dining area that has additional storage there. You can see against the back wall, built-in buffet. But what we were really impressed about is how nice the natural light is. And so the natural light has 3 different access points into both this dining and living combination, and just creates a very warm, open space. And you can see here how many times the fireplace is a little offset or maybe in the corner, but this one is really symmetrical.
And as you go upstairs, you've got, it works really well because you've got a small landing there. So you go up the stairs and then you have bedrooms on each end of the upstairs. This is the guest room that's on the eastern side, and you get really great morning light through those windows. The bathrooms have all been renovated. This is the guest bath with the walk-in stand-up shower, and then you also have a huge walk-in closet.
So the master bedroom is great because it is extremely oversized, and you can see that is an enormous mirror that she has leaned up. Dressers on one side, and then the other area right here and she uses it as a seating reading area, and it's large enough that you could actually put a couch. Inside of the master bathroom, again, we're going to have granite countertops. I believe it is ceramic flooring, but a lot of people are going to want to see this closet. It is as big as it is. It has built-in storage in the back, running shelves on either, or hanging shelves on either side.
And you also have all of this private outdoor space that people are really craving right now. All of this outdoor space is maintained by the Homeowners Association. As you can tell, it's big enough to set up with a couple of different seating areas. You can have your grill out there, total privacy. This is the private pool that is just for the community. You do have a homeowners association there that has the pool. They offer tennis courts and just a lot of services.
So if you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a 2-car carport, just over 2,000 square feet, it's priced at $399, which is $197 a foot. Let us know, and we'll be happy to be able to set up an appointment for you. Also, in the comments below, you'll be able to click on a link that'll take you directly to this. So if you need more information, or if we went through the pictures too fast, take a look. Also, share it with anybody else that you think might be interested.
Absolutely.
Awesome house.
Awesome house. So next, you want to go?
I'll lead in.
I'll wait.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to move over and we're going to move back into Uptown. You and I are really familiar with Uptown. And when this house came on the market, it was instantly one of those ones that you and I both thought, we really need to highlight this on the show because we think it has a unique characteristic to it. And I have to say that when we got there, we were not disappointed. And so we're going to look at 4103 Avondale Unit 5. And it is a great area. The address Avondale is one of those streets that actually connects both 35 and the 75, also the toll road. And so it's a really good in-between place if you're looking to commute. It's easy to go north-south. And then you have both access to Uptown and to the Knox-Henderson area.
And this is one of those locations that you've got wonderful walkability. You've got great access to any of the outdoor activities you want, whether it's hiking, biking, just going and hanging out in Turtle Creek Park. And then you are really equidistant between both hospital districts. So if you're in the medical community and you need to have something that's kind of centrally located, maybe you have a clinic space at one and you do hospital at the other, it's a perfect location for you. I've a friend who is in the medical industry that lives just a block away from here, and that's the reason she chose that place.
And so many times when we talk about real estate, it's location, location, location. And when we look into complexes like this, what we're also thinking about is where does the unit actually sit inside of the complex? And this unit actually sits at the back, and I believe maybe it's just this one, or maybe there's one on the other side, but it has its own private flagstone courtyard. And you can see here, it is enormous. The other thing you can't see is that it is gated. So you actually have this space, which is an additional outdoor space that so many little condos don't have right now.
And it's got this really great walk-up vibe to it. You actually have a door that goes into the bedroom to the left there from the outside. So if you have a roommate situation that you're working with, this is a perfect combination for that. This is the downstairs guest room. That's the door there to the left of the bed that goes out to that patio we were just looking at. And the room is really a wonderful size. They have a lot of the mini split air conditioning systems in these, which work so well when you've got multi-room, multi-story, multi-location that you're trying to keep controlled. Big walk-in shower, granite countertop, shaving height, and then you come upstairs and here's the kitchen.
And so the second floor, this is a great illustration of what you can do when you don't want to go modern. This is a very warm, friendly home. Lots of really great light. And as you can see, they've taken used butcher blocks on the countertop and accented that with a deep Kelly green. The ceiling has been no popcorn can lights, and they have really great light, and they've done some really great, I feel like, privacy treatments to the windows. And so master bedroom is large, and one of the things that you're going to see in this master bedroom also is the way that it flows into that master closet.
I wanted to point out how big that bed was.
Oh, yeah.
And how big those two pieces of furniture are on each side of that.
So this is, you can see here in the left-hand portion is the master closet, and then this is that walk-in bathroom shower combo. Is great.
And it's really, I mean, the pictures don't show the size of it. Once you leave the master and you go upstairs, you've got an additional living area that's really kind of the game room, the bar area. These people have a trundle bed up there, a Murphy bed up there, which, if you've got another set of guests, it's a perfect place for them.
So I would think that one of the things that a lot of times condos don't have is they don't have places for everybody. And this actually does, whether it's inside, outside, dining and relaxing, the game room, as you talked about earlier, you don't actually have to go back and forth to the different floors because everything you need is on the third floor.
Yeah.
Really great views, covered pergola as well. So this whole thing is so thought out that you really need for nothing.
True. 4103 Avondale, number 5. This is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, a little over 2,000 square feet, priced at $400,000 even, and that brings it in at $198.41 a square foot.
It's a great house, great neighborhood, and we want to say thank you so much to Suzanne Altabello for letting us highlight that home. It is amazing. So if you'd like to see it, again, let us know. And in the comments below, you'll be able to click on a link that'll take you to that house with a lot more information as well.
And if you're watching us on Facebook, we'd appreciate it if you reach over and click that like button. If you're choosing to join us on our YouTube channel, then be sure and subscribe so that you'll get future updates from that. And we will be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. Hi everyone, and welcome back to second segment of episode 108. And we have our headsets on.
It cracks me up. You know what I feel like? I feel like we're about to be on the SNL skit, and you and I are going to be talking to like Alec Baldwin or somebody, and you know the rest of the story on that.
Anyway, the reason we do this is because when we have people that we bring in through Zoom calls, then this is the way we get to hear them, and it doesn't create all that feedback and everything. So today we have two guests. One of them you're familiar with, one of them you've not met yet. We have Jeremy Radcliffe and Carly Kalita with SWBC Mortgage, and we're bringing them on today to kind of give us an update on the mortgage market.
Lots going on.
Yeah, there they are. Hey, hi guys. How are y'all today?
I think y'all need.
Are y'all still muted?
Can y'all hear us?
Can you hear us?
Nope, they're both unmuted.
Okay, we can't hear you, and you're both unmuted from your end?
Jason's looking at this, see if we can get that worked out.
So we're going to go back to tap dance.
Somebody had a Red Bull before we got here. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play Carly's part. You play Jeremy's part.
So right now it looks
Be quiet,
like.
I'll handle this.
Oh. Is that Carly or is that you? I can't tell which one that was channeled.
That's Carly.
That's Carly.
You know, you've got the face of everything out there, and then you've got the person in the background that really does all the work.
Carly is a bulldog. She bulldogged me like crazy when I was doing, which she should.
Yeah.
When I was doing my loan, because I felt like I was distracted at times. Can y'all talk now? We can check.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, we can hear Jeremy now.
Can you hear us?
Carly, can we?
Perfect. Can you hear me?
There we go.
All right. Jason
Wonderful.
Jason is having
All right.
a tough day with the tech today.
So our show is broadcast from On Air Media in West Dallas, and they did an equipment upgrade, an amazing equipment upgrade, and they've been doing these fantastic building upgrades, and so that's part of our technical challenge today, but they do an amazing job here. So anyway, let's jump back into Jeremy and Carly. So, what is going on in the mortgage market?
Well, if you guys can hear us okay, sorry, I'm going to just probably talk for a moment because I think we are having some technical lags on our side, but can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Jeff, Weston?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, yeah, it's kind of a crazy world right now in the mortgage market. As you're probably aware, there's been a big refinance boom for several months. It started off back in March, and it seems to still be going. And I think across the board, it's created challenges for most mortgage companies around the nation in terms of trying to figure out how to handle the volume. So, but that's a good thing. In terms of purchase business, that's been the interesting thing too, is that people are still buying a lot of homes and they're taking advantage of low rates. So we're trying to navigate chartered waters. Lots of companies are hiring underwriters to close the loans. So, but we're really grateful, and we are getting things closed, and we're excited about what's going on in the market. So.
Well, I can tell you that our clients have not seen any delay whatsoever in any of the closings with y'all. It really seems like, in talking to the title closers, when they see that it's you working with them, they're always really happy about that because they know things are going to be done on time. And I kind of wanted to throw to Carly for a minute and talk to her. I mean, I know that her role in the success of y'all is just an integral part of this. And Carly, what are some of the things that you do or that you see people do that you feel makes a really big difference in how quickly their loan closes?
So one of the major things that I work on is the whole beginning part before they even go under contract. If they can get in and get a solid pre-approval prior to locking down which home they want, that makes a huge difference in how seamless the rest of the process is going to go. There's a couple of things that clients can do ahead of time prior to finding a home that make a big difference in just ease of getting through underwriting and how quickly we can go to closing. one of them is just kind of thinking about what their actual goals are. We have a lot of clients that might come in and say, I don't know what purchase price or down payment or any of what my financial targets are really. If a client can come in and have a just general structure of what they want, that'll help us get a pre-approval and more quickly, as well as having access to all of their documents that we might need. The three biggest pieces of a loan application are going to be your credit, your assets, and your income. So if a client can have their credit unfrozen, if you have access to your pay stubs and W-2s, even if you can know who your HR contact is. On our side, if somebody's pay is made up mostly of commission or bonus, anything that's a little variable, we may need to reach out, get a breakdown on that, and anything that we're having to go back to the client for that they don't immediately have access to is what would cause a delay. So a big thing, it would just be having access to your income documents, knowing all of your passwords for your company portal, knowing who your HR contacts are, knowing that your credit is unfrozen, and then just kind of having your goals and ideas of what you want your down payment, monthly payment to look like in the long run.
Hey, Carly, I got a question for you. So if someone comes to you guys and sits down and they have all of that paperwork ready for you, and whether it's the paper docs or it's something they're going to scan and send to you, what is your turnaround time as far as getting them approved for ready to get out on the market?
If a client can come back to me back to me and Jeremy with all of their documents, as soon as that lands in my inbox, as soon as I get all of that uploaded, honestly, of course, depending on volume right now, but we try to target less than a 24-hour turnaround or pre-approval, and oftentimes we can get that out the same day if I have all the documents.
That's awesome, because I feel like right now so many of us are running into that end of the year where we're actually competing quite heavily against investors who are trying to put their money out of a 1031 exchange back into another property. And so us being able to take and say that the buyer is not actual dependent on financing, it's just does the property meet underwriting guidelines. That's such a strong way for us to begin negotiations.
I know that when I know it makes Jeremy very nervous when we write a contract that is not subject to credit approval, and I always get that phone call. So, but it is a way that we negotiate contracts that does make
it does
seller,
make me nervous.
Yeah.
So how long are we looking at surveys right now out, Jeremy? Is it 10 days, or can you do them quicker than that now?
Are you saying surveys or appraisals?
I'm sorry, appraisals.
You mean appraisals?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's another one of the tricky things going on right now is the appraisal times. We probably about middle of the summer, we started getting notices that they were taking 3 weeks to come back. Keep in mind, these are like, we have our own panel of appraisers, so all swamped to do the refinance flood. But I think it's getting a little bit better. We're starting to see those pick up a little bit faster. Mm-hmm. So when you write a contract, and we talked about this, writing a contract for 30 days is still we can still do it. We're just sometimes coming back and saying, hey, can we get that appraisal order during the option period? Mm-hmm. So
you're the only lender that I think we've worked with that we've run across the property inspection waiver circumstance, and we've been through that with you twice in the last couple of months. That in both instances, and basically what it means is that the lender is not requiring an appraisal on the property because they feel the borrower is strong enough and the property, from a 30,000 foot, the collateral is enough. Is that something that we're going to be seeing more of, or is it just kind of a response to the delay that we're seeing in the appraisals?
So what we've been told, or kind of what we're seeing, is that Fannie and Freddie have been collecting this data on properties for so long now that when it runs through their algorithm, they are essentially trying to increase that percentage of loans that don't require an appraisal. It's essentially an option. It's optional for the client. It's an inspection waiver where they can waive that. And basically, automated underwriting system will come back and say, hey, in this case, you don't have to run an appraisal if you don't want. We accept the value as is. And some of the factors that come to that is they've been looking at property data in those particular pocket neighborhoods. And if they feel like the value supports what the contract's written at, then a lot of times we don't need that appraisal.
Yeah.
So it's made that's a nice thing to come up against.
Yeah,
So.
and it's made our clients happy when it's happened because, it saves them a little bit of money and it moves the process along faster. And, in the one of the two instances, it made the listing agent ecstatic that, it was just instantly out of the way.
So what we're going to do is ask Zach if you can throw the comments for Jeremy in the comments. If you can put Jeremy's contact information and link to his company, that'd be great. That way, if you have questions about mortgage, you can reach out to him right away.
Yeah, and thanks to both of you for coming on. Carly, I really do appreciate you joining us today, and I thought it was important because people, when we send it to Jeremy, they do end up talking to you, and I think sometimes it just helps put a face with the voice, and so thank you for tolerating the technical difficulties today and doing this with us because we did enjoy your time.
Yep.
Sorry on our end, guys. I don't know if the technical side's on our side, but appreciate the patience, and thanks again for having us on. It's always great to
You're
see you
welcome.
guys.
Thank you all. Talk to you
so
soon.
much. Jeff, you did a wonderful impression of me earlier.
I want to see more photos, by the way. I think that needs to be a new regular.
It really does. Well, thank you again for joining us today. We really do appreciate you spending your lunchtime with us. And anything to add?
Remember, we want to be realtors for life.